Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a long-term review of my LS2 Metro Modular Evo version 3 helmet. Let's go ahead and get the video started.
You think you know me?
Okay everybody, I'm going to do a long-term review of this helmet. I've actually had it 2 years, but we'll talk about some of the features first. It actually has 4 chin vents on the side. I covered mine up because I actually had a microphone on here. I'm a moto vlogger. And of course it came actually with a chin vent with a multiple adjustments, but I took that off to mount my camera, so I left that open all the time, and I'll talk a little bit about another reason why I did that. It also has these 2 top vents. They open and close, which is really nice, and then it has, of course, the passive vents on the back of the helmet. Let me see some of the other features. It's a long oval fit, and I have a double extra large. It fit me really well. Being a modular helmet, it's a nice helmet. It's actually really solid as far as the latch goes. It has metal latches on both sides. Real easy to open and close on both sides. It has a twin visor system, the regular clear system on the outside, and of course it has a slider on the inside that works really well. Excellent helmet. This actually came with a peak if you're more of the adventure riding style. I actually took my peak off and threw it out. I'm more of a road style rider, cruiser. Let's see, it's DOT approved, obviously. The helmet's about 4 pounds, and right now I've seen it run roughly anywhere from $159 to $220, so it is in the lower price range as far as that goes. We'll talk about some of the other features. Of course, on the inside it has the nice latch system, really easy to connect. It's one of the best features of this helmet right there. It's just so much easier than trying to do the D-rings. I'm going to go ahead and put this in now, and I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the features I didn't like with this helmet. First of all, it's very heavy. This helmet comes in roughly 4 pounds. That's pretty heavy. You mostly want your helmets to be in the 3-pound range, but of course being modular, you're going to have a little bit more weight in these. But at the price range, what can you expect? You know, you're going to have a little bit more weight. It's a little bit cheaper helmet. Not cheap in the quality of the build, but just cheap as far as price range. You know, $159 to $200 is a pretty cheap helmet, price-wise. Some of the other features, you know, that I didn't really care for on this. This thing does not come with a pin lock ready. I actually had to buy a stick-on pin lock, which is a pain. And that helped a little bit. But not having a ready available pin lock for this helmet really is tough because I ride year round. As long as there's no snow on the road, you know, I've ridden in 28-degree weather. It keeps your head warm. You know, I always have a little something on underneath, but my glasses would fog a little bit. The shield would fog a little bit. And that's where having the vent system open all the time, and I'd always have to ride with my visor open part way. Okay, for as heavy as this helmet is, it's really not that quiet. I always had wind noise no matter what, even if I locked that down solid, which I hardly ever did because, like I said, it fogged up on the inside. Being a moto vlogger, you want things to be very quiet, and I would always have some decent sound. You know, my sound would be okay, but you still hear quite a bit of wind. And one of the features things that I didn't like about this helmet is if you turned your head in either direction to look in the other lanes or to make a turn or whatever, the wind noise was significant. Like the wind was right in your ear. And I don't know why it was so loud like that. I don't know if it's the shape of the helmet. Another thing that was a pain, talk about noise when it was colder out when I was riding. If you actually close both of these vents, the inside vent would actually hit with the air and rattle. So you'd always have a rattling noise inside the helmet from the top visors. or top vents. One of the things that happened about 6 months into riding with this helmet, this actually comes with little plastic covers over the screws, and they're nice metal screws, but for some reason I was on the highway at 1 o'clock in the morning and one of the screws actually popped out of the helmet visor. I had to ride 30 miles home with the screws out. So the biggest pain is trying to find the replacement screws, but you can't find the plastic covers. They won't send those to you. So that's another thing. And my last complaint about this helmet, I wear a Cardo audio with the JBL speakers. Well, the JBL speakers are slightly larger. However, they should still fit in the ear pockets. The problem is the ear pockets on this helmet were too high. So my speakers would actually sit just outside the pocket and then push on my ears. While wearing glasses, I would have speakers pushing on my ears and my glasses. My ears would bother me after a while. So I had to actually modify the inside of this helmet a little bit to bring the Cardo speakers down so they're actually below my ear just a little bit so I wouldn't have that ear pain. So as far as that goes, I think those are my only complaints with this helmet. I did wear this on a few road trips. Anybody that follows me knows I did a road trip out to Sturgis. This is the helmet I wore. As far as the way it fit on my head, it was very comfortable. You know, 500 mile day, 400 mile day, it would really get heavy on your neck after a while. And then of course, like I said, you know, it would catch a little bit more air when you turned your head to look in either direction. I actually rode the first day out of Sturgis in South Dakota, 80-mile-an-hour highway, big windstorm. Actually, the side of the helmet would catch a lot of air from the draft, so I'm surprised my neck was not in worse shape than it was. So as far as my overall rating for this helmet, I would say 3.5 to 4, not quite 4 stars. I can't complain because of the price range the helmet comes in at. Like I said, my biggest complaint was just being a 4-pound helmet versus being maybe a little lighter, half a pound lighter. Like I said, the wind noise was not great in this helmet, which I'm very surprised, you know. It's just for some reason, when I did videos, I always had a lot of wind noise on the video. Full face, you know, all the way closed. I always had the chin curtain in, never took the chin curtain out, so my microphone was always tucked in there. The screws popping out, those are not good things about the helmet. But like I said, I wouldn't turn anybody away from buying one of these helmets if you're a little bit shorter distance rider. I guess that's about it. You know, it's been a good helmet. I felt safe wearing this helmet. I did drop it on the ground a couple times and it actually didn't seem to hurt the helmet in any way. So that's pretty good. And like I said, it is true to size. I wear a double extra large helmet and it did fit me very well. It was comfort as far as the shape and everything fitting on my head. It's just the weight and then, like I said, a little bit of wind noise. So, all right, that's my review of the LS2 Metro Modular version 3. Thanks for checking out the channel. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. I'm going to have another helmet review coming up in a couple weeks for the replacement helmet for the LS2. And I also have another review coming for some more heated gear as the weather gets a little colder here in NEPA, Northeast Pennsylvania. Thanks for stopping by. Bye for now. Subscribe.